Okay, y'all, so here's what I have to feel about the situation. Y'all probably heard the TV playing in the background when I'm at my night job. I tried to figure out how to turn that TV off. It looked like somebody that took the batteries out the remote. I tried going up to the TV to turn it off. They took the power button off, so I'm guessing that's their way of saying they don't want nobody touching the TV. So I'm gonna just leave it alone. But anyway, y'all just gonna have to hear it because I gotta sit right here. But nonetheless, here's how I feel about the situation, right? First and foremost, it's sad what happened to her. She was around my age, so of course, that's very unfortunate. I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. I don't feel that she offed herself. I don't feel that way. I'm gonna just be honest. At first, I said to myself then at first I said, maybe she did, but because as we all know, sometimes people can be one way in front of their phone screen, but how many times have we heard stories of people, just putting on a good smile, like that girl, Chasley Chris, what was her name? The one that had that model stuff, that Miss University. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Look up. I think she passed away early January 2022. If I'm not mistaken, from the same way, jumping off a building, if I'm not mistaken. So, and not long before her, it was another Miss University or Miss State or whoever they were, something similar. You see what I'm saying? So, those are good examples of people that put on a great smile. You see what I'm saying? So when I first heard it, I was saying to myself, damn, like that's sad because, I had just heard about her. I didn't really, the only reason I knew about her was because somebody had made a video, just saying how she inspired people with her fitness and stuff like that. So I had listened to it. I was like, okay, but yeah, she talk a good game, as most of them do. So I'm like, okay, cool, right? So, and it seems like the more she was talking, the more she had one of them personalities that is quick for her to draw people in. Because I started off listening to one video, and quickly I noticed that I was like on my third video. So it's like, okay, she talks a really good game, right? And the reason why I say a good game, because let's just say it was true that she really did do that. I hate to put it this way, if she really did do that, she put up a good front. She was one way in front of her phone screen, but when she turned off her phone screen, she was not the same person. Let's just call it what it is. If it's true that she really did do that, she was not the same person, right? So the thing is, before I found out, I don't know if it's true, but allegedly her boyfriend, I think they call him 600 Brazy. Never heard of the rapper until, heard about her. Never heard of him. But then again, he might be a big rapper. I don't know. Y'all know I'm more so like Anita Baker, Luther Vandross. That's more so my lane. So he could be a big rapper. I just don't know about him. You know what I'm saying? So until I had, found out, I don't know if it's true, but allegedly he has 3 children that he doesn't take care of. So I saw a lot of people windmilling for him in the comments. What does that have to do with anything? That has nothing to do with her doing what she did. To me, to be honest, once I heard that, if it's true that he has 3 children he doesn't take care of, automatic, my opinion changed. I'm going to just be honest with you. Once I hear stuff like that, it's really nothing more you have to say to me. Because for you to bring 3 children into this world, I know you didn't birth them, but you were a part of the process. For you to bring 3 children into this world and leave them high and dry says a lot to me about your character. And I'ma just be honest, I don't see how, if it's true, if she knew he had 3 children that he wasn't taking care of, to me, I'ma just put it this way, I couldn't have been with him. Okay, I'm not going to elaborate too much on her character for her to be with somebody that don't take care of his children, because, she's not here to defend herself. So that's kind of, but I put it to you like this. I could not be with a man that didn't take care of his kids. And at this juncture in my life, I don't have any children. One day I will. And if I can say that from a standpoint of a woman with no kids right now, you see what I'm saying? That's just me, the way I think, because I always felt like if I have kids, I can't be with somebody that don't take care of the kids he already got. You see what I'm saying? Because the first thing I'm going to feel like, well, damn, if you get me pregnant, are you going to leave me high and dry? I'm the type, I can't see you do something like to one person. I know I'm a different type of breed, but I can't see you do, let's say I can't see you pop, for example, I can't see you pop the next chick upside her head. And then I come right behind her being with you. You see what I'm saying? Because I feel like soon you get mad at me, you gonna pop me upside the head. And I'm not the type of chick that's naive enough to believe when you tell me, oh, well, I would never do you like that. Like, you not gonna run game on me. If you would do it to her, if you would hit one woman, you would hit another one. Plain and simple, right? So, I don't know if it's true or not, but if it's true, to me, to be honest, in my opinion, he did it. And I'm going to tell you why. And say what you want to say. In my opinion, I know, hey, some people may say, well, that's apples to oranges, or that has nothing to do with the other. I feel it takes a real trifling man to bring not 1, not 2, but 3 children into this world, and you don't take care of not now one of them. And she said herself, he used to give her money all the time. He give her anything she want. What type of dude will lay with a woman and give her all this money to get anything she want and let their kids go without? So you mean to tell me you gonna let this woman get all your money and let your kids go hungry? You can spend all this time with the next chick, but you got kids over here that wondering where they daddy at. What type of man are you? What type of man are you that make post after post on this lady, but you got these kids over here that ain't heard from you and I don't know when? Okay. Now, me being me, I would wear him out with that, because you're not about to convince me that you a good person when you got 3 little people over here that don't have their daddy. I couldn't give him no PUSSY because my thing is you don't even handle your responsibilities as a man as is. So why would I connect myself to you and bring a whole nother life in this world when the time comes and you don't already handle what you got on your plate right now? That's just me being me. I'm all for taking men money. Okay, don't get that misconstrued now. But as much as I love a man with a coin, he has to be a decent man. Because I've told y'all, I'm not connecting myself to somebody that got a lot of baggage. I'm not bringing a lot of baggage to the table. I got my little mood swings with me sometimes. I don't like to be bothered, you know. And I got my little ways with me, you know. But for the most part, I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? High school check, college check, walking into my third semester of grad school, you know. So I got my little ways with me, you know. But the thing is, you're not, like I always tell people, you're not about to sit me at a table with a whole bunch of baby mamas and, you know, it's a whole bunch of, you know, drama that I don't have to deal with because I'm not bringing it to the table. Only thing I'm really bringing for the most part is probably a bad attitude and some mood swings. You know what I'm saying? So, which I'm working on. But you're not about to sit me at a table when you ain't really got nothing going for yourself. You bouncing around job to job. You're not about to sit me at a table with a whole bunch of baby mamas, child support issues, legal issues. Like, I'm not about to deal with that because I never had to deal with stuff like that, and I'm not about to start, right? Now, I'm going to say this. I feel like if it's true that he was that type of father, he is that type of father to his children, I believe he did it, and I believe he got away with it. Because they already, you know, as we all know, they already saying that she is responsible for her own demise, right? And like I said, if it's not true, what happened, you know, as far as him being a deadbeat father, if that's not true, okay, I'll roll with it. But if it's true, I believe he did it. And that's just how I feel, because I feel like it takes a special type of trifling man not to take care of his churn. I said what I said, right? Now, the flip side of that is, I feel that, how can I say this? It's kind of a slippery slope, because her letter, if she did write the letter, because come on now, for the people out there like me that watch the Crime Channel and Discovery ID, we all know and have watched people type text messages from people's phone and acting like the person sent it to them. Okay, now you can't run you got to tell it to somebody that they undergrad ain't in pre-law. Okay, you got to tell it to somebody like that. Okay, we come on now, like it's just something not adding up. Okay, now I could be wrong. You know, like I said, I don't know for a fact if that man has kids. I'm just reading in the comments, and I've seen a couple people say he got kids that he don't take care of. Okay, but you laid over here giving this girl all your money, and your kids ain't got what they need. You leaving it all on the baby mother. I think that's a special type of trifling dude. I don't care what y'all say. Now, the thing is, from the looks of her social media, it don't look like she hated herself. But as we all know, people aren't always what they appear to be online. We don't know what silent battles that girl was battling. We don't know how many times she has cried. Low key, for all we know, she could have been in the gym as much because she was running from herself. You know, she could have had low self-esteem under all that beauty. You know, we hear stuff like that all the time. Women having no reason to have low self-esteem, but they do. And she could have been that way the whole time, hated herself. That's why she did everything in her power to keep fixing herself up. We don't know. Sometimes people could have on a mask. They say, I'm not calling her a monster, but they say people wear masks every day to the public. We just never know. Hey, it could be true. They say she was battling depression. She put in her letter in so many words. This was something that she was battling a long time. But looking at her through the phone, you would have never thought. And that could be true. He could very well had nothing to do with that. Let's say he was a deadbeat pappy, right? Let's say in a perfect world, he really didn't have nothing to do with that. That was just her versus her, right? Okay. Let's say that. Let's go out on a limb and say that, which I believe cap. I believe it's a lie somewhere. Let me tell you something, right? I believe they said in the comments, I don't know if it's true, but she has confided in a couple of people that she didn't have anybody but him, right? She confided in a couple of people that she didn't have nobody but him, right? Stay with me here. For those of us that watch the crime channel, as we all know, people get done worse when they don't have any family. Because the murker feels like nobody is going to fight for them. Nobody is going to really get to the bottom of what happened to them. Nobody is really going to put up the time to really, see what really went down. You see what I'm saying? Now, I don't know if that's true. I know I saw an interview that her cousin did. So let's just say she didn't have a lot of family. She had somebody. She had a cousin. When I heard people say they don't have no family, I'm thinking like nobody. She had a cousin, so she had somebody. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that cousin didn't really have a voice, if you know what I mean. Like, maybe she wasn't the type to really raise hell about her. You see what I'm saying? Now, then again, she may have. It may have just not went nowhere because, again, I'm just finding out about her a year later. And I only heard about her through somebody else's video that made a video about her. So, she may have raised hell about her, but sometimes people's concerns can fall on deaf ears, But I'm going to just be honest, y'all. I think he had something to do with it. Ain't no sense. I ain't even going to hold you. I think once I heard that he didn't take care of his churn, that was all I really needed to hear, to be honest with you. It's nothing more that you could really tell or show me once I heard you got 3 kids you don't take care of. To me, that says a lot about you as a man, as a father, a lover, a friend. Like, it's really nothing else. Especially if you have little girls. They didn't say the genders. You can be there for a bride, but you can't be there for your daughters. When your daughter should be you should be her first love. Not like that, but you know what I mean. Like, to me, to be honest, if that's true, I don't even see how she laid down with him. Like, to me, it's a character flaw. I'ma just be honest on both ends. If it's true. Now, I don't know if it's true or not. Like I said, like, I'm not accusing nobody or nothing because I wasn't there. I don't know their relationship. I don't know their dynamic. Hell, I don't know the love that they shared. Okay? But the fact of the matter is, if you got kids running around here, true, if it's true and you're not taking care of your babies, I don't put nothing past you. You getting away with that. How the hell you ain't get away with that either? Okay? How you making post after post on the broad, but you ain't stopped by to see your churn? You a loser in my book if that's the way you doing it. If that's how you giving it up these days. But anyway, I said what I said. Like I said, I don't know if he did it. I don't know if he didn't do it. But the fact of the matter is, if you out here running amok and being so lovey-dovey with your girlfriend, but you ain't running to see your kids, in my book, you did it. Again, I don't know for a fact, but that's just my opinion, and I'm done with it. Y'all ever been in a situation where you just be sitting back and just thinking like, bitches really do be trying it, right? So, okay, I told y'all about my past and some of the things that I've been through, as far as fighting and stuff like that growing up. So, I was having a conversation with someone earlier today, right? And it just goes to show how you could sit and think about some things that you've been through, or it may cross your mind sometimes. And you may feel like, well, damn, like I really can't, I really can't believe this MF tried me like that, right? So I was sitting down talking to someone earlier, and she was telling me, wait, pause. So we were having a conversation about how, how sometimes bitches can be just so venomous. Sometimes, like, they could just be so, So anyway, I was telling her about how this story, and you'll see when you first listen to the average person say, well, what was wrong with that? But I'm going to tell y'all why. So I told y'all before, I get in my moments where sometimes I like to take provocative pictures, or I just like to wear provocative clothes. That's just me. That's what I do. I told y'all I know how to put on a suit. I know how to put on, I know how to dress business attire. I work for the government during the day, and I have a night job, and I'm at grad school, so I can do whatever the hell I want to do. I've been on my own since I was 20 years old, right? So boom. So I was telling this girl how a lady that went to my old church, they had an event. It was for the women's ministry. I'm pretty sure y'all done heard about it. For the people that grew up in the church, at least y'all know about the women's ministry. I got to make this kind of short because I got to go check on my food, right? So anyway, so I was telling her how we were all at the women's ministry thing. We went to a restaurant. We all sat down, and it was me, another lady to my left, and two ladies across from me. We were all sitting at a table, right? Of course, other people were there, but this was just this particular table. And it just goes to show how women can get around other women and just nitpick. And, right then and there, I want to say I was no more than about 18, 19. So at the time, I really didn't understand what was going on. But now I'm a grown woman, and I could look back on certain things, and then I could realize what the hell was going on, right? At that particular time, I didn't have a degree. I wasn't too long that, just came out of high school. The usual. I was around 18, 19 then, so I was still at home. I didn't move out until I was 20. So y'all get the picture, right? So around 18, 19, I didn't have a vehicle. I was still at home. Y'all get the bigger picture, right? So long story short, the lady had asked me, she was just nitpicking me for information. Long story short, she asked me, where did I work? What were my hours and stuff like that. The average person is just, they're not really understanding what was going on until me and another person was having a conversation a couple of years later. Fast forward to around the time I was maybe 22, 23, right? So you know how bitches can fall out with their friends, and then they tell you all the 411 between the conversation between them and their friend. The only reason why, usually I'm the type of person, if you didn't tell me then, don't tell me now. Because you didn't tell me then, the bitch was trying to be funny. So why you telling me now that y'all on bad terms? I'm one of them kind. I'm going to tell you flat out. But only because this person I knew was good people. I just went ahead and listened, right? Because you know how you can have a little funny feeling about something, but you willing to give that person benefit of the doubt that they not trying to play with you, but the whole time deep down in your soul they were. So long story short, the lady told me she was picking me for information. She was trying to see, did I, advertise my body, if that made sense, because I always dress provocative. So what she was implying was that I did not work. I advertised my body. And I said, you know what? You weren't the only person that told me that she used to say things like that about me. So boom. So I said, so basically when we were sitting down at that table, she was trying to be funny. I knew something in my spirit wasn't sitting right. And she said, well, if your spirit told you that, yes, she was, because truth be told, she was. She had already told us that that's how she felt about you. So I said, so as an adult, when I graduated college, I reached out to this person on social media and I told her about herself. I told her every single thing that I ever felt about her from the first day I met her. Sidebar, be careful when y'all join the churches as a young person, older person, or whatever. Be careful. Every older person that try to act like they trying to embrace the young people, they're not. Be careful, because a lot of them have black souls, and a lot of these women up in these churches acting like they so holier than thou were out there in the world. You know what I'm saying? At a young age, and then due to old age, then they get in these churches and they try to act like they holier than thou. But anyway, so nonetheless, that's that. So I was having a conversation with someone earlier, and we were just talking about life and how, venomous people could be and try to act like, they good people, and the whole time they are a wolf in sheep's clothing. So you know how somebody could be venting to you and you try to get them an example. I gave her the example because she was invited somewhere, and then she found out that, bitches just trying to be funny, trying to get around each other and trying to, pick for information, and, do stuff like that. So I gave her that example to make her feel better. So boom. So then she proceeds to tell me that some bitch had asked her, was she a tranny? I said, you gotta be effing kidding me. And I said, she waited until she got in front of a room full of people and asked you that? And mind you, this person is not a tranny. She has 2 children. So how, it's just, girl. Anyway, so I said, you could be thinking that people in the tried their hand with you, but you really can't believe this shit that people, you know what I'm saying? So I said, she really did that. Like, whew. So anyway, if that was my sister, we would have been in there scrapping. Because you bitches have some motherfucking nerve. I would have went off on her. It's no way. We would have been fussing right in the middle of the whole place. They would have heard us getting it cracking. Why would you? Whew. So then she tells me, she said, no, why would you say that? Why would you even feel, why do you even feel like it's appropriate to ask me something like that in front of a room full of people? So the person proceeds to try to gaslight her into thinking, calm down, why you get mad? You know how you bitches do when y'all know y'all done tried y'all hand with bitches, right? This is why I keep bitches away from me. I keep people away from me. I don't even want to hear your opinion. I don't want to hear what you got to say. I don't want to hear your 5 cents. If they're going to either fuck with you or they not, keep it moving, right? Boom. So then she tells me, right, she says, I have a son and a daughter, right? Look at my son. He's so chunkamunka. Like, she trying to, you know what I'm saying? The bitch already, she flips the script and tries to make it seem like, I don't want to talk no more because you ain't have no right to yell at me. I just asked you a question. You know how you bitches do, right? I told her, I said, you are a good one. She knew who face to play in, right? So then she says to her, she shows her the picture of the baby. Which I wouldn't have did that because I would have been offended if you had. I told y'all before, the worst thing you could do to me is try to approach me in a room full of people. She's a good one because I wouldn't even gave you a conversation after that. I don't play that. If you feel any type of way with me, don't play. I got relatives right now that have been trying to reach out to me every way possible, even through people I don't even talk to. People that I don't even talk to. Just trying to see who I got. You'll be surprised. I got relatives right now that's trying to reach out to me every way possible. I'm like this. Not only social media, but once the shit hits the streets, it's no coming back. Y'all gotta be careful how y'all come at people because then y'all say things like, "Oh, the MF ain't never got to talk to me again." Then 5 or 6 years later, you like, "Well, years in the past by. Life too short. Life too short to be dealing with bullshit too." It's no way possible that I could have sat there and let them bitches fuck with me like that. We would have been arguing. We would have been scrapping. Because you cannot do that to people. That's not cool, bro. That's not cool. So then she shows her the picture of the baby. And the girl gonna ask her, I know you mad you had a dark-skinned baby. Bitch, I would have punched the shit out of her. We would have been scrapping. They would have had to call the police. First of all, do not make me feel, the worst thing you could do is make me feel like I'm in a room full of people and you trying to back me up in the corner. Because, bitch, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to get defensive as fuck. This is why I keep you bitches up out my face. I keep you bitches at a distance. Because that type of shit, bro, not so quiet as it's kept. Like I always tell you, it's a difference when a person may say things like, oh, you got your baby outside without a coat on. That's not talking about your baby. That's talking about your parenting, because you're supposed to make sure your baby has a coat. Okay? That's talking about your parenting. That's not talking about your child. But when somebody says something like, I know you mad you had a dark-skinned baby, so what the fuck are you trying to say, bitch? What the fuck are you trying? If that was my sister, I'm here to tell you, whoever that bitch was, she would have got socked in the face. She would have got socked in the fucking face. You cannot play with people like that. What the fuck is wrong with you bitches? I was mad for her. I said, don't ever introduce me to this bitch, because I don't care if it's 15 years down the road. I don't hold grudges, but I don't forget shit. And I'm going to approach her about that shit. Don't ever introduce me to this bitch. Because I don't like her style. I don't like bitches that get around other bitches and try to be funny. I don't like shit like that, bitch. You deserve to get your ass whooped for that. And she not the type to fight. But bitch, karma is a bitch. You got away with that shit with her. So like I told her, I said, if it makes you feel better, one thing I have learned a lot from life, when people don't get checked on certain shit, they are more likely to do it again. And, you know, that's one thing that a cop once told me. I told y'all about this situation earlier this year in the Chinese restaurant. And when I was talking to the cop about it, she said, if it makes you feel better, he's gonna do it again. And I said, how is that supposed to make me feel better? And she said, because when people get away with certain things, they're more likely to do it again. So, like I told her, you know, and like the cop told me, he just ain't ran into the right one yet, right? So I had to share that with her, because in that moment when the cop first told me, I didn't get it. So I didn't understand exactly how is it supposed to make me feel better. But it wasn't until I thought about it, you know, that she just ain't ran into the right one yet. She just ain't ran into the right one yet. She gonna try that shit with another bitch out here that's actually with the smoke and don't mind laying hands, and you know she gonna beat her ass for that situation and that situation she tried with you. Okay, you bitches are bold. That's why I keep you helpless at a distance. I keep you helpless at a distance, at a far distance. Okay, you know, I only connect with a select few. I mean, very few, not even a handful. Okay, and it's whoo, girl.